Our commencement speaker for today needs little introduction to most of us who live in Oklahoma. We're very fortunate in Oklahoma to have a quality individual not only serve in numerous capacities, but now is the chair of the Regents for the state of Oklahoma. Easily put, he's all of our bosses. Mike Turpen is best known perhaps currently for his weekly appearances as a political analyst on Flashpoint with Kirk Humphreys, which can be seen on KFOR in the mornings. Turpen was elected Attorney General for Oklahoma in 1982 and has been a practicing partner in the law firm of Riggs, Abney, Neal, Turpen, Orbison, and Lewis since 1987. Turpen has a deep commitment toward education in Oklahoma. In recent months, he has toured the state raising funds for university scholarships. Scholarships, scholarships, scholarships is Mike's mantra. Earlier this semester, Turpen came to the ECU campus and successfully helped raise more than $55,000 in scholarships, the majority going to the Nicky Stone Cipher Memorial Scholarship here at ECU. He is the author of a new book, make a great Christmas present, Turpen Time, The Wit and Wisdom of Mike Turpen. In this book, he talks about everything from nocturnal meetings in the White House with his friend Bill Clinton to a first kiss somewhere between the swing set and the doghouse. His book is designed to teach life lessons and features many of his one-liners called Turpenisms. A popular Turpenism, if you're throwing mud, you're losing ground. He was inducted into the Oklahoma Hall of Fame in 2010. It is one of the many, many awards, too numerous to name here today, in which Mike Turpen has earned throughout his very distinguished professional career. Mike and his wife Susan reside in Oklahoma City. They have 3 children, Sean, Patrick, and Sarah. Mike is a member of the Westminster Presbyterian Church in Oklahoma City, where he is currently active as a teacher for the confirmation class and on the WPC Foundation Board of Directors. Please join me in welcoming Mike Turpen as we present him the bronze title.
So go Tigers. I mean, he just gave me a tiger, and I appreciate that very much. In fact, I'm going to use that tiger on television. It's good to be back in Tiger country. I just got to tell you this right off the top. You know, it's a little bit damp outside. I feel the warmth inside. It's a happy time. There's nothing as happy as a commencement like this. I congratulate all of you. I want you to know I love Ada. I love Pontotoc County. I love this whole part of the state. I've been to commencement speeches in my lifetime at Bing and Allen and all over this area. I've read the newspaper to see where all the graduates are from here today. You're from Seminole, you're from Stratford, you're from Paoli, you're from in fact, where are you from? Tell me, just right now, shout out your city. That's what I thought. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all of Oklahoma. That's all of, frankly, that's America. So I've been all over the state. Store to store, door to door, meet and greet, rip and grin. I love the great state of Oklahoma. But I'm proud to be back here today. I got some particularly good friends in the audience. Jameel Whitney, my good friend here, and his brother Jamal. They're both here at East Central University. I've known them forever. They have a sister here as well. Their daughter Tammy's here. I want to shout out to them. They're doing a great job here. They love ECU, and ECU loves them. My buddy Reggie Whitten's here, and his son's in the audience. And Gerald Adams and his son Zach, these are all good friends of mine. It's one of the reasons I wanted to be here today. I got so many great friends all over the state of Oklahoma, but right here at ECU. The last time I was at ECU was just a few weeks ago, and thank you, President Hargrave. They hosted me here for a Turpentine book review because I'm an author. See, I'm literary now. A room without books is like a person without a soul. You got to be a bookie, folks. I believe in the ancient technology of ink on paper, books. Now, I'm a high-touch guy, not a high-tech guy. I like the book, not the e-reader. You see what I'm saying? But for the rest of your life, graduates, have books in your car, have books in your office, have books in your home. Because no man is an island, but every book is a world that can take you anytime, anywhere. I love books. I am a bookie. So we had a book review right here at East Central University. It was a big night for me for a lot of reasons. But I was introduced that night by my hero, my mentor, my friend, Harlan Stonecipher. He introduced me. And here's a guy that I worked with all my life, and he introduced me that night. We had so much fun. Little did I know, a few weeks later, I'd be right back on the East Central University campus at Harlan's funeral. And I just want to say to you that I've learned for all of you that have lost a loved one, I've learned that death may end a life, but it does not end a relationship. Death may end a life, but it does not end a relationship. My mother and father still whisper in my ear every day. And Harlan Stonecipher, my good friend, is still saying to me every day, Mike, sales is a transference of belief. Sales is a transference of belief. Think about that for a second, because we're all selling something to somebody somewhere. But you can't sell anything to anybody, anytime, anywhere, unless you believe. You got to believe. So I always remember what Harlan taught me. He also used to say, you must be laborious before you can be glorious. You must be laborious before you can be glorious. Think about that. And my way of expressing that would be, if you don't grind, you don't shine. If you don't grind, you don't shine. You got to work hard. So we're here to celebrate the graduates. They've done all that. And I appreciate getting to be here for that book review. That same night, Governor Bill Anatubby was here with Bill Lambs. I appreciated the generosity of the Chickasaw Nation and what they mean to this part of the state, not just Ada, not just Pontotoc County, but the Chickasaw Nation. Their generosity is impacting the whole state of Oklahoma, indeed this whole country. I also want to say, that night, thanks to John Hargrave, Phyllis Danley, Shelley Hamby, Andy Ford, and John Long, they put all that together. And for those that don't know, I got to address that night, thank you, President Hargrave, the PLC, the President's Leadership Class here, which is a very special group of people right here at East Central University. That was then, this is now. Thank you for letting me say thank you for all that. And now I want to say it's good to be back, and I'm here to celebrate the commencement, your commencement. We're here to celebrate. And the one thing I like to say about successful people, which you are, is you should stop now and then and savor what you've accomplished. Savor what you've accomplished. So I want the students, the graduates, to give yourself a round of applause. Because I've already thanked everybody else, but be proud of what you've accomplished. Savor it, celebrate, and then move forward. But it's a big deal to have a degree, because you now have to step up in life, I promise you. A degree from one of the greatest universities in the whole country. So we're here to celebrate. I want to congratulate you. And since I'm a commencement speaker, I got to share a little life philosophy with you. Just a little, just a little. I've decided that every one of us are not just leaders in the community, but we're leaders in our own home. We're leaders in our own churches, our own synagogues. So I like to talk about books, but that was the last time I was here. This time I want to talk about my simple life philosophy. See if you can relate to this. A funny bone, a backbone, and a wishbone. A funny bone is a sense of humor, a backbone is a sense of courage, and a wishbone is a sense of idealism. A funny bone, you've got to have a sense of humor. For example, it's Christmas time, so I have some Christmas humor to share with you. But see if you think it's funny. You know, maybe it's not, I don't know. But there's 3 stages of life. First, you believe in Santa Claus, then you don't believe in Santa Claus, then you become Santa Claus. Okay? And I've got a new one. The 4th stage of life is you begin to look like Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. See, I'm just saying. So, you got to have a sense of humor on the road of life. Shakespeare said, show me a man who never makes a joke, and I'll show you a man who stands as a joke to the whole world. Right? You got to be able to laugh at yourself. You got to have the quality of self-directed humor to keep life in perspective. Will Rogers said, humor is the passport to the heart. It's the greatest common denominator among all people at all times and all places. Funny bone, sense of humor. Backbone, sense of courage. Sense of courage. My theory is courage is being scared but saddling up anyway. You've all been scared before, somewhere, somehow. Courage is being scared but saddling up anyway. And I've decided, looking back over my life, if you have the courage to do what you believe is right, you get a reward. If you have the courage to do what you believe is right, you get a reward for it, and the reward is self-respect. You feel good about who you are. I'm looking back over 60 plus years of my life, ladies and gentlemen, and I've learned this. You can buy a house, but you can't buy a home. You can probably buy people, but you can't buy friends. You can even buy a reputation, but you can't buy character. There's just certain things in life you can't purchase. So I'm talking to the graduates here today. Remember, the most important qualities in life are those qualities we find inside ourselves. Good to work hard, make a living, make a difference. But remember, you can buy a house, but you can't buy a home. You can buy people, but you can't buy friends. You can buy a reputation, but you cannot buy character. I believe all that, and I've learned all that looking back over my life. A funny bone is a sense of humor, a backbone is a sense of courage. A wishbone is a sense of idealism. A sense of idealism. What's that mean? I think it means we're all fellow travelers on the spaceship Earth. We're all in this thing together. We got to believe in we instead of me. That's what I believe a sense of idealism is. I believe that each one of us, right here today, I'm talking to everybody in the room, each one of us add to or subtract from the happiness, the peace of mind, the quality of life of every other person whose life we touch. Right? We don't leave people neutral. I think that's a heck of a responsibility and a beautiful opportunity for us to touch the lives of others. Okay, that's a funny bone, a backbone, and a wishbone. And I got 3 minutes left, because I'm only going to speak 8 minutes. I brought, from my tackle box, I brought a compass. And I'm just thinking philosophically now, what is the North Star on your compass? What is the Polaris, as the ancient mariners said, on your compass? What is the North Star on your compass of life that helps you make decisions going forward, as we say on Commencement Day? It's just the beginning. Going forward in your life, I want to share with you that I believe in my life that could be the Bible, it could be the Ten Commandments, it could be the Sermon on the Mount, it could be Mother Teresa, my North Star. What helps you make decisions in your life? I close with this philosophy of what I believe in my life has guided me is 3 things. Faith, family, and friends. Faith, family, and friends. That simple. It's worked for me. Well, not quite that simple. It's really the Mike Turpen 4F Club. All that matters in life is faith, family, and friends. But to support your faith, to take care of your family, and to have fun with your friends, you got to have money. So, the 4F Club, I speak to the graduates here today. You know where I'm going. Faith, family, friends, and of course, finances. And that's what's good about having a degree. Once again, a step up on the road of life, a degree from this great university. Faith, I teach a Sunday school class, President Hargrave said that. I like to say, turn your theology into biography. I'm not going to pass the plate, I'm not going to preach, but turn your theology into biography. Whatever your theological beliefs are, ladies and gentlemen, make it a part of your life every day. Fair enough? Separate the ever-fleeting from the everlasting as much as you can. Back in my church in Oklahoma City, about a year ago, the pastor said, if you're in God's army, stand up. If you're in God's army, stand up. So I stood up. He said, Mike Turpen, you haven't been here in 6 months. I said, well, Pastor, I'm in the Secret Service. I'm in the Secret Service. Thank you. Yeah, a little bit of spiritual humor. Faith, family, as far as family is concerned, I've just had this year 3 of my kids graduate from universities across the state of Oklahoma. So I know how all the parents and grandparents and brothers and sisters feel here today. College graduates, I'm so proud of them. Marriage, mortgage, munchkins, and maltuition. But I'm paying it off, and they're paying it off. And I waited tables to do it. I borrowed some student loans along the way. All the things you've done, I did. It's worth it. You've got a degree from one of the finest universities in the whole country. This is a big deal, and we're celebrating here today. And if I'll sit down and be quiet, we'll begin the celebration for sure. But I said faith, family, and friends. Friends. When I got beat for governor, I was Attorney General. Thank you, President Hargrave. I was Attorney General. You may not remember, folks, but I ran for Attorney General. I carried Pontotoc County. My slogan was, it's time for Turpen. It's Turpen time. And I was Attorney General. And everybody said, that's a stupid slogan. I said, well, who cares? I won. I'm Attorney General of the state of Oklahoma. It's Turpen time. All right. I ran for governor and got beat. Turpen time was over. Fair? But when I got beat for governor, a few good friends came walking in when everybody else went walking out. Okay? What did I learn? Don't ever walk past an old friend to shake hands with a new friend. That's what I learned. Right? Ride the river. Stay hitched with the ones that brung you. You know what I'm saying? So, a funny bone, a backbone, and a wishbone, that's good leadership qualities. Faith, family, and friends, that's your North Star, right? That guides your thinking along the way. And I close by quoting my favorite Supreme Court Justice, Sandra Day O'Connor. Sandra Day O'Connor said, the secret to happiness is 3 words. The secret to happiness is just 3 words. Work that matters. Work that matters. work that matters. In your home, in your church, in your synagogue, in your workplace, in your community, we're all doing work that matters. So, graduates of East Central University, I want to say to you, continue to do work that matters. Go Tigers, and remember this, as the poet would say, we have miles to go before we sleep. Thank you, and congratulations to the graduates.